Liposonix ultrasonic fat liposuction is currently the most advanced minimally invasive liposuction. The surgeon will use a focused ultrasonic probe to gently break down the fat, without the need for traditional methods, which involves using cannula tubes that cause pain. After that, a small needle will be inserted to suction all the liquefied excess fat. You will immediately have a sophisticated and desirable figure, without having to endure pain and spend a lot of time proceeding like before. Just after a single 90-minute session with the latest abdominal contouring and liposuction method, Viet Plastic Surgery Hospital empowers mothers to reclaim their confidence by eliminating post-pregnancy negative body changes, stubborn fat deposits, wrinkled skin, and abdominal sagging that keep accumulate with each childbirth experience. With the Liposonix ultrasonic waves fat destruction technology from the United States, it will help dissolve all the excess fat gently, so that you won't feel the pain associated with the old methods. You will immediately regain your original figure with just one single session of this modern technology at Viet Plastic Surgery Hospital.
Hi everyone! Today I have this very special live stream. Why do I call it special? Because in this live stream, I am going to take you all to a place to meet someone who can revive my body, which is Dr. Chiem Quoc Thai. Doctor, I really need your help today.
Hi everyone. It's the same for all. When mothers finish childbirth, most of them lose their confidence. In general, the two most affected parts of a woman after giving birth are the breasts and waistline, like 𝐃𝐢𝐫𝐿 had been concerned. So, when giving birth to two children like 𝐃𝐢𝐫𝐿 did, then generally speaking, it depends on each individual's breast condition. The larger your breasts before pregnancy, the higher the probability of them to sag after childbirth. As for the abdomen, normally, if we give birth to a big baby, the abdominal skin will wrinkle and sag. It's common for women to feel that way as they think they would lose confidence, even towards their husband after losing one's figure.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the pain of anxiety, and every woman goes through that kind of pain, just like you. So don't worry about it.
I have to come and ask for your help, because at this point, there is no other way for my body to recover naturally. Many mothers asked me whether I could somehow regain my beauty after going through the difficulties of my marriage. Honestly, everyone, I could only regain my facial beauty, but my face has also aged. If you look at me closely, you can see how much my youthful appearance has diminished. As for my body, it almost couldn't recover at all. So, I have to ask Dr. Thai for help today.
Like I said, there are women who have a good host factor, resulting in their tummy becoming really straight after giving birth, because their collagen production is good, so it stretches. But there are people whose tummy couldn't stretch at all, no matter how much they exercise to firm the skin. Secondly, your abdominal muscles become loose, so you need an abdominal liposuction and skin tightening surgery. When undergo these methods, we will remove all the excess skin and suction out the excess fat, then stitch and reshape the abdominal muscles for you.
Yes.
That will be fine for you.
Yeah. That's the reason why most women seem to be under the misconception that they can recover by exercising.
𝐃𝐢𝐫𝐿, I will briefly explain about abdominal skin tightening for you. During the procedure, we will be able to remove all the excess skin. But there's a drawback. It will leave a scar. The scar will remain in the abdominal area, but it can easily be covered by your bikini when you go to the beach.
If the scar is like what you described, I think it will not be a big burden at all. It will be similar to a scar I have from a C-section.
Like a C-section, but it's long.
Yes.
Did you have a natural birth or a C-section?
I had a C-section.
Yeah, the scar is the same, it just gets longer.
Yes.
It can still be covered when you go to the beach.
Yes.
But you still can see that your tummy is really gorgeous again. Abdominal skin lift will restore all the beauty you had before, but it will only leave a scar.
So I don't have to worry about this scar anymore.
Exactly.
Yes. Then may I ask this, doctor? Before, when I was competing in the beauty pageant, my waistline measured 60. So now if my belly is a little saggy and pretty much gotten bigger, how can we use this method to reduce my waistline, doctor?
What is your current waistline measurement? Let me see.
Okay.
So, when your belly is measured 90, and when we remove all this excess skin, all these long parts will be completely removed and become straight again, and the abdominal muscle will be as straight as the muscle of a young girl. So don't worry. When I stitch the abdominal muscle, it will reduce to the past measurement of 60 normally, and this abdominal area will be straightened again when I suction and remove all the excess fat and skin, so you no longer have to worry. And when the scars settle down, you don't have to worry about it because it's invisible. And since I combined it with breast work, all the wrinkles will go away, so don't worry.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. Because now, your belly bulges out to 90 due to the excess skin, fat, and saggy muscle. I cannot guarantee to achieve your desired number. I can only guarantee to restore your measure to the original number. If it is really 60, I'll restore that. But if you measured 65 back then, it would also be restored to 65, okay?
I just need it to be reduced. Then I'd be really happy. But if it gets fixed like this, it would be absolutely amazing. So, doctor, I have this other issue, which is that I have twins. So the frequency of them breastfeeding is really high, which causes my breast to sag. So if I do a tummy tuck, is it possible to combine it with a breast lift? Since my breasts are sagging, can I do both at the same time, doctor?
We perform breast lifts. If people have small breasts, they get breast implants. And for the cases of mothers breastfeeding their children much, secondly, is large breasts, like yours, then they will sag. The breasts will sag if you breastfeed your children, then I just reduce the skin. It's gentle.
We tighten the skin first, then place the implants.
No need to.
No need at all.
Yeah, unless your breasts are small.
Yes.
When your breasts are already large, I don't have to place the implants in. I will examine your breasts first, then later examine them.
Yes.
Because now, if you only need to stand, we will tighten the skin, then lift the sagging breasts.
Yes.
And if you say you want to make them a bit bigger so that the tightened skin looks nice, I will place the implants in. Do it all at once.
It's still possible to do both at the same time.
It's possible. It takes an hour and a half for abdominal skin tightening and another hour and a half for lifting sagging breasts, all done in 3 hours.
Oh, then the time span is really quick, doctor. So, after all the procedures are done, how long does it take to recover?
Now, if you proceed to these procedures, they will begin with testing first. Then, you will rest without food and water intake, followed by doing the procedures the next morning. Once done, you stay here to rest, and the doctors, nurses will take care of you. In addition, family members do not need to be around, so don't worry. Then you can go home normally the next morning.
Whoa.
In addition, remember that you can do office work once you return home.
Because before, I was always worried it would take a long time to recover. But now, seeing this procedure...
And also avoid strenuous work.
Yes.
What does a long recovery time mean? You cannot play sports, do hard work, specifically lifting heavy objects and strenuous work. I only advise you to work normally, but for strenuous work, avoid that in a month and a half, remember.
So...
You must avoid lifting heavy objects in a month and a half, since you underwent abdominal work, same for placing breast implants. And for breast skin tightening, avoid strenuous work for 2 weeks. Only you have breast implants that you have to avoid hard work.
Yes.
Generally, I understand that you have had a lot of pain with your C-section. This procedure has 1/10 of the pain you experienced with a C-section.
Then it's brilliant. I no longer have to worry about anything.
You know, the most common concern of clients before performing tummy tucks is pain. They were in pain when giving birth because they had a C-section. But after I had it done, they said, "What? How can you be so skilled? It doesn't hurt." The pain has nothing to do with the doctor's skills, because we don't cut through the muscle with abdominal skin tightening.
Yes.
When you have a C-section, the surgeon has to cut through your skin, then the muscle, uterus. Then, after taking the baby, they will stitch your muscles and skin. And for this method, we only cut through the skin, then remove that layer of skin. For your muscle, I only stitch it without cutting through. You know, people feel pain the most when cutting through this layer of muscle.
Yes.
When you have a C-section, you feel the most pain due to the surgeon cutting through your muscle, but we don't do so when we undergo tummy tuck. There. See this muscle? I only stitch it. Just like I mentioned. There, for the young women, their abdominal muscles will be straight like this. But when you give birth, your muscle starts to form a pooch. It bulges like this, and your muscles keep stretching out. When your muscles stretch out like that, just come in and I'll stitch it back together. I stitch it straight back by using those layers of muscle. Therefore, the pain is 1/10 of when you have the C-section because we don't cut through the muscle, just stitch it together, you don't have to worry.
Then, everyone, after hearing Dr. Chiem Quoc Thai, introduce the methods that can help me restore my youth. You don't have to worry. And since I'm someone who experiences it firsthand, stay tuned to see how I change everyone.
Hello, everyone. As promised last time, after 𝐃𝐢𝐫 has undergone liposuction and abdominoplasty for 2 weeks, we're going to review what her tummy looks like now. Previously, 𝐃𝐢𝐫's stomach was wrinkled and sagged, and after 2 weeks of abdominoplasty, suctioning all the excess fat and removing all excess skin. With abdominoplasty, the incision will be hidden in the lowered area so it will be invisible. And when you wear a bikini, the incision is completely invisible and gradually fades after 3 months. So don't worry about it, because it's entirely covered. There, the incision looks really beautiful. The tummy will no longer be swollen after 3 months, and it will look even slimmer. After a month and a half, you are allowed to do exercises, and doing so will further enhance the results. When I suctioned 𝐃𝐢𝐫's fat, I also did it on her back, and I transferred them into her buttocks, so they look really beautiful. With the fat, you can both have a beautiful waistline and buttocks. Yeah, really beautiful. Don't worry about becoming ugly after giving birth because, again, you can have both a beautiful waistline and hips. 𝐃𝐢𝐫 has a sophisticated and ideal S-line. It's extremely beautiful and terrific.
Honestly, I have to say thank you so much, doctor, because I would never have thought that I would be standing here, not only returning to how I was before, but looking even more beautiful and amazing. I was just a young girl back then, and my body was beautiful already, but it wasn't well proportioned and wasn't toned. But for now, my 3 measurements are almost perfect, just like the golden ratio. So it looks symmetrical, like everyone has seen in the previous videos and live streams. You would see that my body was distorted a lot, and there were many images of it spreading on social media. So I came to a lot of beauty clinics to seek advice, as well as look for methods. But I was rejected a lot and only told, lose weight first, then we'll discuss more. At that time, I was like completely desperate, because I was a beauty queen, and if I wanted to smoothly return to my career in showbiz, the most important thing was my body, and that would help me become more confident. But luckily, I got to meet you, doctor. You gave me so much faith and told me not to worry. I was overjoyed. I didn't know what my success rate was. I only hoped that you would somehow save me. But honestly, I never imagined that I would feel like I was born again. And what's more is that it's even going way beyond what I thought. I love myself much more than before, more than when I was a young girl, because I didn't think that I would be so perfect. And I'm really happy standing here today. Like some of my colleagues and clients I just met last week, when they saw me again this week, they were like, "What? How could it look so beautiful and perfect?" And it's not just about my body, but my demeanor as well. I understand that one's body and appearance are very important because when they are beautiful, they can help us become much more confident in our life, work, and everything. That makes us become much more beautiful and fulfilled. You not only saved me from having an ugly tummy, but also my breast. After I gave birth, my breasts became wrinkled and saggy. They shrank so much. It felt like I had almost lost them completely. You helped me with a breast lift and implant placement, yet the incision looks really nice. Now, they look natural and very soft, and balanced with my body. Furthermore, it's true my body was already beautiful back then, but my butt was lacking, so you helped make it more rounded, stunning, and proportioned with the rest of my shape. And now my body figure looks really amazing. Thank you, doctor. And like I have known, it will become much better than that because it's still swollen. It's only been 2 weeks, but in the upcoming time, it will go down. And if I put the effort into training, my abs and everything will be much firmer and more stunning. Thank you so much, doctor. So I don't know what more to say, except my deep gratitude for you.
𝐃𝐢𝐫's 3 measurements are perfect today. Even though I'm the doctor, I still find my work absolutely amazing.
Doctor, I have a funny story. After I had my liposuctions last week, I find myself really beautiful. and feel more confident. So, I started meeting my friends to catch up over coffee. They were really surprised when they saw me, because they noticed that I had become much more beautiful and confident. They also wondered if I was in pain or feeling tired, because I had just recently undergone surgeries. Yet I was healthy, going to cafes, chatting and working energetically. I didn't feel pain when undergoing liposuctions and skin lift. So if my friend decides to undergo liposuction without lifting the skin, can you please explain it to everyone as well as my friend, how this procedure works and why it doesn't cause pain?
Your friend's fear is understandable because with the old method we would have to insert a cannula to break down the fat, so it would be painful afterwards. Here we use the Liposonix focused ultrasound waves. So what is Liposonix? It's the high-intensity focused ultrasound waves that help dissolve the fat. Then we use a small needle to suction all the fat out. Before performing skin lift surgery for you, I also use the focused ultrasonic waves to completely dissolve your fat. Then I made an incision and suctioned all the liquefied fat. I removed everything, so that's why you didn't feel any pain. If someone has skin just like yours, I will have to do the following procedures. First is liquefying the fat, then suctioning all the fat out, and finally lifting the skin. For those who don't have excess skin, we only need the Liposonix machine. I will place it on the skin surface to emit focused ultrasound waves and dissolve the fat. This new method is extremely wonderful as it doesn't cause any pain for the clients. The old methods results in pain and leaves people traumatized. But now that's no longer the case. Next, what is the benefit of? When suctioning the fat out, I can transfer it to your buttocks, so they will become beautiful forever since it doesn't dissolve, and the fat won't be damaged thanks to this machine. Furthermore, you have lots of excess skin, so I tightened it. For those with moderate excess skin, like moderate and slight sagging, skin tightening isn't necessary. So what do I do with this machine? When I target the skin, the focused ultrasonic waves can stimulate the collagen production in the skin. If the skin is mildly wrinkled, or in the cases of slight and moderate wrinkles, it will become smooth without the need for skin tightening.
I feel that this method is much lighter compared to back then, and I think it's minimally invasive. So that's why I still feel very light, even after the surgery. Nothing too painful, and I can still move around, like I just had surgery the previous day. Then I can work normally the next morning, just having to bend slightly because of the skin tightening. But about 2 to 3 days later, I was able to do all the activities and return to work normally without affecting anything. So, for anyone who has liposuction without skin tightening, it's really gentle, right?
True, it doesn't require skin tightening, thanks to this focused ultrasonic machine. Even though it's expensive, it's truly amazing because firstly, it isn't painful because we can easily suction all the fat out, which means we dissolve it. Then, for skin tightening, if someone has mildly sagging skin, we can just use this machine to tighten it without removing it. And where do we transfer the fat so that it can last forever? If it's injected into the buttocks, like yours, it can last forever. The same goes for the face, temples, or other areas. It's awesome. When I got this machine, I was really happy as it enabled me to perform fat grafting for my patients. I can take the fat once, then sculpt the face with it, or fill in the areas that are lacking, like breasts, buttocks. It means wherever there's volume loss, it's wonderful using autologous fat. That's what makes this machine so amazing, right?
I hope that in the upcoming time, everyone will continue to follow the official website of Viet Plastic Surgery Hospital to join me and Dr. Trai as we help numerous people discover their beauty and transform their lives. Let's embark on this journey to discover beauty.
Goodbye, everyone. See you all next time.